6 years Liverpool had to wait to get that winning feeling again. Now, following their Worthington Cup success, they're in line for a unique treble. Last week they made it through to the semi-finals of the FA Cup. And tonight, in front of a packed Anfield, they're strong favourites to reach the last four of the UEFA Cup. Good evening. A goalless draw in Porto has given Liverpool that slight edge. Alan and Mark are here, but generally Liverpool have struggled more at Anfield in Europe this season than they have on their travels.
Yeah, I think at times they haven't played with a great deal of conviction. Defending too deep, too many men behind the ball, and letting the opposition have it too cheaply. In a perfect world, the manager would be saying to his players at this minute, you've got the talent, you've got the ability, you're a great team, now get out, get in and get after them. And then we'd see a great Liverpool attacking performance where they score 2 or 3 goals. They don't leave the front too isolated in this pitch and just go after them. Don't be overcautious. Go and take the game by the scruff of the neck.
Do you think we've spoken about that? But you know, primarily Liverpool are a counter-attacking team, and Gerard Houllier likes to play that way. And I think we're right in saying that the best of Liverpool's performances in Europe have been away from home. But the summary of the home games is they've always just done enough to get themselves through the tie, which is exactly what they need to do tonight.
But sooner or later they'll come against a decent side.
Yeah.
Obviously last week we watched Porto, they didn't look anything above average, but they've got to be better here tonight.
Yeah.
And sooner or later, if Liverpool do sit back, then they'll come unstuck.
Yeah, well,
you know, they've got to win tonight, so why don't they just go and take the game with the scruff of the
Well,
neck?
there's quite an atmosphere out there as well. I mean,
That's
the Liverpool fans
fantastic.
get right behind them, so that should push them on.
It should push them on. I think it will push them on, Gary. The interesting thing against that is what Porto have done. I think they've made 6 changes from last week's team, and we thought they were quite attacking. We thought they would be attacking last week because playing with 3 forwards, and they weren't. They were exact opposite. So it remains to be seen tonight whether, in fact, they will be adventurous. I think Porto will just sit there and try and pick Liverpool off.
I hope Liverpool don't sit back. We saw them play against Rome here with a 2-0 advantage. They got 2 lines of 4, sat back, and in essence they could have gone out of the competition then. If they do that tonight, they might find problems. You know, you look at the Liverpool team tonight, they've got enough firepower to go and take the game to Porto and bury them.
OK, Liverpool versus Porto for a place in the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup. Your commentators Trevor Brooking and Barry Davis.
Match number 47 of the season. The continuing labours of New Liverpool. Comparisons with the past, no longer an embarrassment. New memories now being forged. And evidence of both in the sound of the Liverpool anthem. It's a lovely dry night in marked comparison with 7 days ago. Quite mild, ideal conditions for a good game of football, barely a breath of wind. There's rather a more continental feel about the Liverpool side compared with the match on Sunday against Tranmere. In come Harman, Ancho and Smica. Out McAllister and Wright, both of whom are on the bench, and Nicky Barmby, who has an injured ankle. But compared with a week ago, it's Danny Murphy in place of Ziga.
Well, it's a big night, really, for that flat-back 4 because important they don't concede a goal and get the away goal for Porto, so a lot of responsibility on them. Chance for Danny Murphy. Stephen Gerrard in the centre of midfield to impress his England coach again. And who's going to supply the cutting edge out of those front 2, Owen and Fowler?
The Porto coach, Fernando Santos, has certainly put the cat among the pigeons and come up with a lineup which is in marked contrast to what most of the journalists and media people from Portugal expected. As Mark Lawrenson said, a total of 6 changes, all those left out included among the substitutes. A couple of keys perhaps in midfield, the return of Dmitry Olenichev, the Russian international who was suspended from the first leg, and also Paulinho Santos, may remember played in Euro 96 and has a little bit of a reputation for being a hard man.
Well, newcomer in goal, Espina, so have to see how he performs. Back four, similar. George Costa, we saw him get a hamstring injury last week, so 33. Ricardo Silva comes in for him. Further forward, though, the likes of Deco, Kapushu, Drulovic, all out, relegated to the bench. So we'll have to see if they're perhaps a bit more physical and aggressive in that midfield area.
The referee, Kim Milton Nielsen of Denmark, who tends to be recalled in England for a sending off at St Etienne in the World Cup of '98, but will be remembered by Michael Owen in particular as being the referee on the night. He scored the goal of a lifetime and also awarded 2 penalties, one to either side. Neither perhaps should have been awarded. So let's get the mathematics out of the way at the start. Only a scoreless draw can take this match into extra time. A score draw would see Porto going through on the away goals route. Here's Penna, who missed the chance of the opening leg, and who is now the top scorer in Portuguese football. He scored in a 2-2 draw against Vitória Guimarães on Monday night. Here's Secretario, one of those to survive. And this is Ricardo Silva, at 25, rather younger than Aloisio, who came on to replace Jorge Costa, and the captain was injured in the first leg.
Just looking at Liverpool, we thought Gerrard would play more central alongside Haman, but he's playing more right, and it's Smicha who's playing a different role this evening, tucked in behind the likes of Owen and Fowler.
Here is Smicha. And this is Oncho. Slight doubt because of a knee injury. Of injuries. Paulino Santos, incidentally, the captain tonight of Porto. Emil Heskey is on the bench. He's had a back problem.
Certainly the atmosphere just as good as it was against Roma. Anfield really buzzing.
Gerard Houllier and his opposite number with pencil in mouth, I should emphasise. Pedro Espina, no slouch. He was in the Euro 2000 squad as the number 2 and played against Germany in a comprehensive 3-0 victory. Incidentally, the number 1 goalkeeper for Portugal, Vitor Bahia, is also a Porto player but injured currently. This is Peña and he's offside, or even Penna and he's offside.
He, of course, missed the best chance on his left foot. In that first leg, there weren't many chances, certainly offside. The flag is already up by now. He's going to have to make sure he gets us some support this evening, the likes of Clayton, Candido Costa and Alenichev.
Paredes got just enough of it, then Fernando Nelson. Paredes rather poorly to Gerrard. Certainly a surprising formation from the home side. Gerard Houllier, so many ideas and permutations over the course of the season as he challenges on so many fronts. Danny Murphy, good challenge by Giorgio Andrade, who certainly impressed in the first leg. Somewhat exaggerated by Candido Costa, and the referee quite unimpressed. It's a good sign. Nearly a great ball, searching out Owen. This is the Brazilian, Clayton. Santos, Ricardo Silva, Secretario. At the moment, Clayton is the nearest to Penna forward. And comes for it short enough. Babel lets him go there.
Actually, Clayton, the number 28, isn't dissimilar to Drulovic, very much a left-footed, playing in that similar position. And over the other side, Candido Costa playing in the sort of right-sided, tucked-in position that Capucho played out there, the number 21.
If you watch the first leg, he managed to stay awake. Candido Costa came on as a substitute in the second half of that match. Cracking atmosphere. It really is like old days gone by. Hupia forward, Babel forward for the first corner of the match, which could have been better delivered.
Schmied's had taken it because Ziga's not playing this evening. He would have probably taken it with the left, curling it in towards the goal. This time Schmied's taking it with his right. He has to clear the near postman, and that was a total waste.
That's well played by Owen. And back onto his right, or a couple waiting on the far post. Murphy, Carragher, Murphy. Challenged by Ricardo Silva. Just caught Murphy, but it was more Murphy's fault than the Portuguese player. Penna. Well, we don't want too many challenges like that from Hupia, and I think the referee would make a similar observation. Can't see why the Finnish player wanted to challenge him from behind like that. Absolutely no need, and he's quite lucky not to be booked.
I thought it was going to be an automatic yellow card. Look, he's surrounded by Liverpool players. There's no need to go in from behind. He's got no support, nowhere to knock it.
Nelson, former Aston Villa player. Clayton. Little use of the arm by Harmon. You get the impression, Trevor, that the Portuguese have certainly come to play.
They look definitely more physical and aggressive in that midfield area. I just think Capucho and Drulovic, neither of them chased back that much. And I think it's important. Porto didn't want to give Liverpool a goal in the opening 20 minutes, so they competed well.
Clayton whipped him well defended too. And Michael Owen on the edge of his own box. A little bit hurried by Babel. Good challenge by Murphy. Carragher, space on the right side. Steven Gerrard. Everything to his left, it's cutting much too close to the goalkeeper.
It was a shame because they spread the play well there. Carragher finding Gerrard plenty of time. Just a bit of catching practice in the end.
Carragher to take the throw. Owen and Fowler side by side. Fowler now pulling deeper, further across the box. This is Owen, Ricardo Silva. Story was that he was brought into the side because of his physique and his height, but doesn't find himself competing against Heskey. Rather suggested in the first leg that he's perfectly capable of matching any pace that Fowler or in particular Owen might offer. We shall see. That was Elenichev.
Fernando Nelson, who just got the ball there, he's actually the get-out for Porto every time, because Gerrard's getting tucked in with Harmon quite often because of Smisha playing in the hole, and you can see at the moment Fernando Nelson is in acres of space, and if I was Porto I'd certainly look at him as an outlet quite often.
Fowler emphasising the point by having to run 20 yards to try and stop him building down the left side successfully. It's a bit of a fortunate ricochet. From Porto's point of view, good challenge by Hupia. But a really poor ball. Goodness me. It's not international standard, is it?
Well, the two bits of bad play there. First of all, Penna could easily have spread it out wide to Candida Costa, who was in acres of space on the right. He dwelt on it. Hupia won it well, and I think, to be fair to him, he's trying to hit it with the outside of his right foot over the top, and he miscued it. We've just seen a change of boots there, I think, Steven Gerrard.
Liverpool free kick. Secretario, his opposite number on the right side of defence, now looking to be an attacker. Marcus Babel has come up into the box. Hupia coming behind him, both on the far side. Owen nearer to the penalty spot. And 4 in total in the 18-yard area. As we move into the 11th minute. It's too short again. Comfortable for Secretario. Harman. Bit wild by Paulinho Santos. Owen. Smitsa turning up on the left and winning a corner on the left.
Well, at least trying to get to the byline, Smith. I want a decent cross in now. We just want to see whether Espina's quite so comfortable on crosses when there's a few bodies there challenging him. At the moment, they've had 2 cut out of the near post, and the other one was a bad cross from Gerrard, who's just come back on now.
Making his way to the back of the 18-yard area. Actually, he's continued to run, now going for it. Oh, but he didn't stay further back. Fowler couldn't reach it. Still no test for Espina, who's 35 years old, incidentally. Quite young for a goalkeeper.
Indeed, Costa, who's playing on the right-hand side, it's about the 3rd time he's slipped over. He might need a boot change as well. He's probably playing in the rubber moulded, but certainly you need studs this evening.
Mitza. Murphy. Spread to Babel. Everything to his left. Gerrard. It's well cleared by Jorge Andrade. Fowler. The pace of the game is worthy of the Premiership or even an FA Cup tie. Owen seeing a lot of the ball. Showing what he can do on the ball, but didn't use it particularly well.
It actually sort of gone past a couple of defenders very well in wide positions. Got moving on from his role with England, where he played that more withdrawn. Again, though, the final ball let them down. But you mentioned the pace, Baron. It's twice as quick, isn't it, than the one we saw 7 days ago. You know, they've both come out of the traps, really pushing forward and closing each other down much quicker than last week.
Oh, we can forget about the first leg, and it was entirely forgettable. It's just a normal game. The team that scores most goals will win. Well won. The free kick, and Ricardo Silva is the first recipient of a yellow card. Brave attempt by Owen to hurdle. Maybe something else he could take up.
Wasn't too subtle. Perhaps they thought the referee was going to be generous. I think there were 2 or 3. We mentioned the Houpia's one. Could have been a yellow card. That one, I think, quite deserved. Was a yellow card.
Harman. Gerrard. Just didn't get hold of it at all. Offered a second opportunity. Murphy, who didn't get hold of it at all either. Something about you never get nowhere if you're too hasty, I think, is the line in the song. Thompson well into his stride.
Just watch him.
On by Paredes, in spite of the fact that two Liverpool players challenged for the same ball. Ricardo Silva. Harmon. Control not too great by 1 or 2. Owen is a marked exception. Murphy took it well, gave it away just as well for Porto. Elenichev, oh, he fooled them quite beautifully there. He's got 2 up with him. Clayton's gone to the right. Penna the other way. This is Penna. And good cover by Gerrard. Ooh, not a very comfortable clearance by Vesterveld. And Nelson with the shot. Offside against Paredes. But a little bit of panic stations.
Well, it's this 0-0. You're going to have that bit of panic, and certainly, well, in the end, you're just coming out to, you know, definitely interfering with play when it goes straight to him. But it was good break by Lenichev that set it up initially, and it's just on their counter-attack. They look good shape about them. Porto, they think it's going to be a very close game.
Good header by Ricardo Silva. That's a better strike, and a very good save by Espina. With the trailing arm, looked very spectacular, sort of save that the goalkeeper of international quality would expect he would make, but even so, good strike, good tip over.
Yeah, he hit one over there, Gerrard, over the outside of his right foot, but as you say, it was a nice, comfortable height for Espina.
Smeets looking for a better corner once the referee has sorted out a slight problem in the 6-yard area. Again, it's not well delivered. Second chance for Smeets. Plenty forward. Good header by Osho. Elenichev. Free kick, challenged by Carragher, which would appear to have hurt Candido Costa.
So far, Liverpool, what, 16 minutes gone, and they've had 5 crosses cut out at the near post, but that one was cut out to his left. Good save, but he might have even smiled at the cameraman as he went there.
Sort of save goalkeepers love. 3 forward, one of them is Paredes, the other 2 more expected. Clayton and Penna. One by Osho. Penna. Got away with that hoop here. Referee could have given the free kick for the push from behind on Penna.
Smeets got the ball there deep. The only worrying thing, I think, up to now, after 17 minutes, is that the system that they're playing is almost like, you know, with the 3 quite tight in midfield, and Smeets are ahead of them, and Owen and Fowler. It's a very narrow outfield at present. They've got very little width, Liverpool. They're going to have to encourage the fullbacks at some stage to try and offer that width.
Looping. Good running by Fowler. So he was followed. And the accuracy of the pass wasn't what Fowler was hoping for. It was a long time ago now, his debut season, 1993. It is a long time ago. Tally at the moment, Robbie Fowler for this season is 11, couple from the penalty spot. Harmon's got 3. Penna again fails to control the ball. Paulino Santos, Fernando Nelson, Clayton, didn't need the trickery. Gerrard, Schmitzer, Murphy moves forward, nobody outside him, and he needed somebody. It all all got a bit crowded down the middle.
I think that's when Jamie Carragher could get released by Hoopier and Ancho. Look, you make the extra man, and Liverpool are the home side, and I know they're very conscious not to concede the goal, but the likes of Babel and Carragher are going to have to get forward to give them the width. Otherwise, it's going to be a very cautious evening in store.
Certainly getting forward more than he did in the game in Porto.
Paredes is very much one of the anchor men in the centre of midfield, alongside skipper Paulinho. They're the two that are doing the holding job.
But even so, he's been in the last third 3 times. He was the fellow that was offside a few moments ago. Days gone by, he would have run the other way, wouldn't he, to be behind the goal line? Not to be offside. That's good play by Owen again. Poor play by Ricardo Silva. It's covered by Andrade.
It was good to see Michael Owen actually offering the width. It means, of course, when he gets out there, midfield players have to get in the penalty area. Unfortunately, just on his left foot, again, just got cut out the near post. What's that, 6 in the opening 20 minutes?
Kick against Switzer. But Michael Owen having a good game and showing to the watching England coach that he can play the role that he offered him at Villa Park. Did well there too, let's face it. Hoopier. Feel for handball. Referee doesn't give it. Assistant referee on the far side didn't see it. Here's Penner again. Oh dear, oh dear. Indeed, Acosta wins a corner.
Certainly number 28, Clayton's got a few tricks on the left-hand side. It was him who released Penner. He just again didn't quite pick out. Anyway, here he is, keeps it in, knocks it back to Clayton. Good little think between the 2 defenders. He's played on by the far post there, Jamie Carragher, but the cross clears everyone.
Zelenichev. 2 Porto players look at each other. Fowler made that claiming of the ball ridiculously easy.
I think back to the drawing board, that one. I've said Liverpool have had 6 cut out the near post, but Porto didn't even make a cross.
I don't think they got out of the quadrant, did they?
They had made 6 changes. I suppose they're not quite on the same wavelength yet.
Secretario played in '96 and Euro 2000. But much more prominent in the earlier championship in this country. Hoopier has to back away, gets a good height on the clearing header. Well played by Elenichev. Penner, the only Porto player in the box at the moment. Paredes just outside, number 5. Clayton has come across. Longer throw looks to Elenichev. Finds Elenichev. 2 in the middle, marked by 3. Away by Hoopier. Failed to win in 7 games since they got past Espanyol earlier in this competition. And in their domestic competitions, can't win away. That's back in November. Fowler. Harmon. Can he play by the German bubble? Knew he could do nothing else but win the corner, and that's precisely what he's done.
Yeah, well done to Babel. He had to run a long way. Gave them the option to switch the play, and he's won the corner.
Murphy takes, delivers much longer. Fowler's head. Owen. Owen again.
Well, at least it became a fight ball then, a deeper cross this time.
Michael Owen has yet to score a European goal on this ground now. I wonder if he knows that. He knows most things, Sven-Göran Eriksson. Speed with which he's adapted to knowing about English football is hugely impressive. Interesting to see what side he picks. He's picking it on Sunday evening after he knows how many are injured that he would like to affect. Owen again. What's the referee's action here? Yes, it's always helpful to have an injury when you know you've committed a foul. Secretario is the offender.
Well, he's going to get a yellow card when he picks himself up. Michael Owen again, getting out wide, going at the defenders, cut across him, brought him down with his standing foot. And well done, he's starting to run at defenders and get them one-on-one in those wide situations. But Secretary is still staying down. I don't think he's going to escape that yellow card.
Well, I sincerely hope not. Would be his second, and he's being told to get up. The referee is refusing to allow him to have attention. Quite right, referee, and you should tell him, if you don't get up, I'm going to send you off.
Well, he could be here till tomorrow if he doesn't get up and the referee doesn't invite anyone on.
Well, I think you can hear all around the ground the reaction of the home crowd, and now the goalkeeper comes to sort them out. Secretario really is making a meal of this. Well, here's the yellow card shown, and he's going to play on. Well, this is a battle of wills between an experienced international and an experienced international referee. If you want him to have attention, now they're calling for the stretcher, and the referee says, get up. And there's the coach looking anxious, thinks he might have to make a substitution.
Well, they might call the total bluff, and he might have to go off on a stretcher and be replaced. Only an X-ray would resolve who's been kidding who.
It's a very difficult decision for a referee to take. But I have to say, all power to his elbow. I hope he wins this particular contest. It will be very interesting if he plays on. I can't believe that Secretario couldn't crawl, what, 10 yards? In fact, less than that. It's in level with the 6-yard line. 6 yards to the line. Finally, the world and his wife come on. 4 green men, 1 blue and 1 in a black coat. Don't think it's that bad. We don't need the Undertaker.
Well, he better not get up now, because having invited all those on, I wonder if he's ever going to have the courage to come back on as a sub. Let's see him as he goes down. He clips it. He certainly falls on the shoulder. But whether it looked bad enough for him actually to stay down as long as he has, I think for his own sake, he's almost got to stay off, isn't he? Because if he jogs on in a couple of minutes' time, all well and good. Imagine his reaction and reception he's going to get from the home fans.
Well, he looks anguished. So he hasn't got too much sympathy among the Liverpool supporters. If his shoulder is hurting, I feel sorry for him, but that does not prevent him crawling by use of his legs over the line so that he can get attention.
Well, I dread to imagine how much added time we're going to have at half-time.
Well, Fernando Santos kept pretty calm then. And finally the free kick is taken. And good cover as two fell on the back line. The man who got it out was Andrade, and a Liverpool player has gone over the board. And we might now need another stretcher.
You can see Robbie Fowler tumbling over with Penner on the line, but as it comes over, Hoopier sort of stumbles over and then falls over it. Fortunately, I think a steward catches him, but it's the original knock on his head that was the problem.
He's back on the field for the corner, which is well cleared by Paredes. This is Schmitzer. Blocked by Ricardo Silva. Schmitzer again. Second good block and just the throw. And he's up on his feet, Secretario. Murphy, in! Well, his body position was excellent, but unfortunately for him, he hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Murphy endeavouring to put it down, but that really was a great attempt as he fell away.
Yeah, I thought perhaps he was good on the half turn, and there was a good chance. He'd probably be disappointed he didn't hit it cleaner. Secretario, welcome back onto the pitch. Hope he doesn't take any long throws.
Well, he's holding his left arm. Will be known in future presumably as Lazarus. Well played, Nelson. It's a match not lacking in incident. Not all the footballers of a high quality, but the atmosphere is good. It's a good cup battle.
Yes, what is it, half an hour gone, we still not had one clear-cut shot really, and the goalkeepers haven't had to. A difficult save, perhaps the Gerrard one, which was tipped over, but other than that, defences have been pretty much on top.
And here is Gerrard. Owen, just too many there. And Candido Santos, that was good play by Harmon. Well, what do you feel about Secretario? Well, if you've got an opinion, that's where you can send it to the BBC Sport website. I suspect the opinions will be greatly in favour with the feeling of the crowd here. Think about anything else, of course, you're entitled to offer any view you fancy giving.
Schmitzer hasn't quite been able to get in the game, has he, in this opening half an hour with this new role just behind the front two. He just finding it difficult to get any space.
Fowler and Owen just about divided by the penalty spot. Kopp really in good voice. Bubble.
Just took the extra touch and Nelson closed him down well.
This point Gerrard finds Murphy. Appeal for handball. Not given. And the goal will stand. It seemed as though Ricardo Silva could clear it with some comfort. Now, was there a handball here? Referee said no, they appealed. Goalkeeper got a touch, which actually made it slightly more difficult for Ricardo Silva, but he still should have cleared.
Great cross by Steven Gerrard. Look at the pace of that. And, well, I think it was questionable that perhaps he did make a bit of contact with the arm, but Danny Murphy didn't hesitate, even though the appeal goes up. Hits his left arm, hits his stomach initially, then it brings under control with the left arm. And Ricardo Silva thinks, is he going to miss the post or isn't it? And he lets it go across him, rebound. You could almost say it was an OG, but I think we'll give it to Danny Murphy.
Well, the view from behind the goal certainly suggested that Danny Murphy got away with one there. But Liverpool lead goal in the 33rd minute. The referee, of course, was looking from precisely the opposite view, the one that betrayed the truth from behind the goal. Harmon, Hoopier.
We should learn a bit more about Porto now. They've worked very hard up to now. They conceded the goal. How's their character going to be?
Carragher. Good cover by Andrade. Owen hopefully waiting behind him. And let's look again. Well, this touch off the stomach and then just a touch of around the left wrist. But it really should have been cleared. Why didn't he bang it away with his right? What an easy game it is to play from the stand. Schmitzer, a lot of curl on that, and Espina gets it at the second time of asking. Elenichev, Clayton, real chance here. Good save. Vesterveld did really well then. Off his line, spread himself, saved it with his body, mainly the left leg.
Just a danger signal. Vesterveld did excellent there. Good ball from Elenichev. The first touch by Clayton is just a bit heavy. Look, he just knocks it, and then by then he gets on it. Vesterveld is close to him, and he can't knock it above him, below him, or anything. He's got the whole body too close then. Vesterveld did excellent, but just a little warning shot because, of course, 1-1. And Liverpool would go out, so it's important they just keep their concentration. Now, that was a bad cross from Steven Gerrard, but it was a terrific one for the goal.
Gerard Houllier with a reason to come off the bench. Flag up for the offside. Penna. Murphy. It's all a bit bunched again, but now Gerrard offering on the right. Lenichev won the ball, says the referee, who was very close again. Penna. Off the chest. Fowler. Secretario moving with great speed and no problem with the shoulder. Gerrard! Oh. What a real thump. There's a couple of schoolboys there really wanting to get in the act and score picture goals. Well, let's look at the one that does count. That was the crossfield ball. Different angle. But I look again and think, where was the right foot of Ricardo Silva? Well, why should Liverpool worry?
There'll be a few watching at home who thought there's hope for us all there with Steven Gerrard and Robbie Fowler's two efforts on goal there. But the momentum building up, and certainly Liverpool now got their noses in front, just sensing perhaps they can get a second before half-time.
Certainly make for a more comfortable dressing room. They got men over, but the ball didn't reach any of them. Schmitzer. Gerrard. Looking for one of four. Owen! Goalkeeper reacted far too late. And Owen scores his first European goal at Anfield. Absolutely on cue. And due reward for the way he's played.
Well, he's deserved it. He played well. He's always looked to go at defenders, and there, free-header, headed it probably too much into the ground, but if you say, Espina seemed a little bit slow initially, getting back across. Gerrard again from the right. It bounced high, hasn't it? And Espina stretched, pushes it into the side netting.
And I'm afraid the Portuguese #2 goalkeeper from Euro 2000 will have a pretty red face when he looks again at that. A couple of moments of fortune, offside flag up. Couple of moments of fortune, and Liverpool now in a comfortable position.
Funnily enough, if The cross just before that, they just cleared 3 Liverpool players and they run marked, and then it was headed back out, and certainly Gerrard had another good cross, but Michael Owen is not the tallest of players, would have been delighted to get the goal, but again he was unchallenged. And Porto at the moment beginning to, I think, waver, aren't they? They're not looking as positive. They'll need something to get them back before half-time.
Here's Fowler. Tally closing in on the Liverpool away tally in this run in the UEFA Cup. They were last in the semi-final 25 years ago, and they went on to win the trophy. They have been in the semi-final more recently. It was in 66, 67, but in a different competition. Can't win this cup. Schmitzer. Santos, Alenichev. Well, the goal kick has been given. I must say, I've got some sympathy with the shaking head of Candido Costa. Let's look again at goal number 2. Got up well behind Hoopier. The goalkeeper did not get up well.
Looks as if he was worried about hitting the post and he took his head out of the way. There's a lot of time. It was pretty slow on his feet, but it did bounce high and he just didn't have that stretch, did he?
73rd goal of his Liverpool career.
Mustn't forget Westerveld's save when it was 1-0, 1-1, and then it could have been a lot more anxious. 2 minutes later, they're 2-0 and apparently at present cruising.
Alenichev, turning points of a game of football. Clayton will regret his failure to keep the ball closer to his foot. With all credit to the Dutch goalkeeper, who saw his chance and didn't hesitate. Alenichev, Secretario. Be booed all the time, and you do wonder whether all the time that he took had an effect upon his colleagues' concentration.
Certainly the arm is moving much more freely now. He's forgotten to hold it into his stomach.
I think it's pathetic, I have to say, that a player should react like that. He's a good player too, maybe not quite as good as he was in '96, but no need for things like that. Here he is again. Penna. Paredes rather flashed at it, but Westerveld not too impressed with the marking on Paredes.
A good chest back from Penna, actually. He knew exactly what he was doing and just threw it out, sat up quite nicely, and Paredes should have done better.
And both the central defenders then went to Penna. And Michael Owen, well, I think he knows all about him.
Sure, I'll be hoping Anfield is in similar voice when England play Finland at this stage of the match.
And Owen in similar goal-scoring form.
I think he's got a chance of playing anyway.
Secretario. Alenichev. This is good play. Ended by Osho. Fowler. Thought he was fouled. Danish referee thought otherwise. Alenichev. Square ball on for Paredes. He's got 3 ahead of him. Paulino Santos. Giorgio Andrade. Nelson. Paredes. Straight at the referee by Paulino Santos. Difficult one for Ricardo Silva. Doesn't get too many chances in the side. You've got to feel a bit sorry for him when he gets booked. And then he fails to clear with his right foot. Thought he'd have room to swing the left and didn't. Here's Paletes, player to the right. The ball was a bit square. And Candido Santos doesn't take advantage of the shooting opportunity.
Well, it was a poor shot, but it was a poor pass, wasn't it? Certainly, Parathes there looking, and it's behind Costa there. He has to set it up and then gets underneath it, put under pressure. If it had been knocked 5 yards into space, he'd have been in on goal.
A reverse angle look at goal number 2. Doesn't look any better for Espina. Looks great for Owen. Still with the words to shout. Some people are never satisfied. No, I'm only joking.
Must be thinking a little bit about a cup treble, isn't it? Worthington Cup tucked away, FA Cup semi-final, now hopefully a semi-final of the UEFA Cup.
Schmitzer. Not played away with any great comfort by Ricardo Silva. Gerrard. Still driving his way through. It was a bit late with the challenge then, and acknowledges the fact both to the play foul and to the referee. Just a little bit over-eager, but he is booked for the foul. Lenichev didn't get it away properly, and then Zada has got a foot in, and Gerrard gets a booking. That's his first of the competition.
Can't play any other way, Steven Gerrard. Some would say, why go in on that one? He's totally committed, and there's many a challenge like that does he make.
Secretario, but I think he's played his part in Porto's downfall and Liverpool's success. Schmitzer. Incidentally, your observation about the treble, if Liverpool were to be successful, they would actually play more games, a minimum of 63, which would be more than Manchester United played when they won their treble a couple of seasons back. That's assuming no cup replays.
Nice problem to have, I'm sure.
Absolutely. Oh, Murphy much quicker than anybody from the Porto side. Harman fences it straight at the Linichev. Is it ever going to come down? Carragher made it his. Nearly got it through to Owen. There's a Lenichev. Pop 4 forward, Porto, and of course they have to go and chase the game. It could prove costly. Schmitzer. Owen. Gerrard wants it far side, coming in now. Owen looks for goal. Good save, denied him. Really is on song. Michael Owen's the best I've seen him play for a long time, and I think a lot of people would agree with that observation. Schmitzer.
Well, at the moment, Liverpool in total control. And since the goals come in, Porto got their heads down. Liverpool have been fired up, and Michael Owen certainly the star of the show.
Scorer of the first goal, Danny Murphy. Scorer of the second goal, Michael Owen. It's looking pretty comfortable for Liverpool. They lead 2-0.
Yes, pretty good so far. And if you've just come in, here's what you've missed.
This point, Gerrard finds Murphy. Appeal for handball. Not given. And the goal will stand.
Danny Murphy didn't hesitate, even though the appeal goes up. Hits his left arm, hits his stomach initially, then it brings under control with the left arm.
Schweitzer. Gerrard looking for one of four. Owen. Goalkeeper reacted far too late. And Owen scores his first European goal at Anfield.
Well, Alan, everything you asked for and more.
Excitement, chances, goals. What's gone wrong? What's happened? No, it's a good performance. I wouldn't say that it was a scintillating performance with Liverpool, but again, they were very, very professional. And they're the best player on the pitch in Michael Owen, who looks as sharp as he's ever done. He's tricky, he's pacey, he's lively. And he got the goal, the second goal. The first goal was all important. There might have been a bit of doubt about handball, but it was all important. And obviously now, they can't take any chances, Liverpool. They're 2-0 up. Again, no chances at the back. Got to be extremely professional.
I'll tell you what made a difference in the first half was the so-called injury to Secretario. All of a sudden, the crowd woke up. The crowd got going, and it seemed it just kind of got Liverpool going as a team, scored the goal, and from that moment, they just not looked back, and they look at the moment as though they're going to go on and win this extremely comfortably. Well, that was definitely a key moment. But was the goal handball, Alan? I mean,
well, it was handball. I mean, it's a great ball in from Gerrard to the back post, and when it comes back to Gerrard here, it's up in there, it's a great ball in. It comes off Murphy's knee, but you've got to say, it's not even a great shot. The goalkeeper is so bad I can't believe it. The defender, Ricardo Silva, what is he doing?
What do you think, Mark? There is no doubt he gains control of the ball with his second touch, with his hand, Gary. There's any doubt about that? This will undoubtedly be the best thing. I mean, Alan says, great, such a hard skill that. It's the second touch here that bounces up there. And it off the arm, handball, and what Ricardo, he's obviously only got one leg, Ricardo Silva, because he's got to hit it away with his right foot, and I tell you, he did well to tackle the post. I'm not sure the referee didn't give handball, then change his mind. It's that end as well, isn't it? It's that end.
You behave yourself.
Yeah, that was a bit of luck for Liverpool, but Michael Owen, who you said looked fantastic throughout, got a well-deserved goal, didn't he?
Big Michael Owen. It's like John Toshak here. He was, I tell you what, he gets up well, but again, the keeper. What is the keeper doing? The top-class keeper's got to save it. I think it's a great header. He deserves a goal. He's been the best player on the pitch by a mile. He's been lively, he's been sharp. He heads it down. But you're going to be disappointed.
The keeper's feet are planted on the ground.
Yeah. Another good ball in from Gerrard.
Well, that's a good ball in, yeah. But look, the keeper's he's absolutely rooted to this. He doesn't think about moving until it's too late.
You talk about Gerrard, the ball in there. The kid's brilliant. You know, right back, right side midfield, anywhere. He can play anywhere, and he still gives a great performance. OK, we'll talk a bit more about the game and Michael Owen and, of course, Steven Gerrard shortly. But it was quite a weekend for the FA Cup. Wycombe grabbed the headlines on Saturday, and there was more to follow on Sunday.
Westerveld looks as if he's going to launch this kick. Fowler missed it, but here's Michael Owen. Up to the back post, Murphy! Oh, so simple! And just the start that Liverpool wanted. Hippier. Oh, an excellent touch by Danny Murphy. Michael Owen must score, and he has! 2 to Liverpool inside half an hour. Akterberg a long way out of his area to take that free kick. Here's Kumas. Tranmere have pulled one back. It's Steve Yates who got 2 against Everton. McAllister's corner. Headed on. Gerrard! It's taken Liverpool just 5 minutes to restore their 2-goal lead. There's no way that Tranmere have given this up. They really are pressurising Liverpool. Robbie Fowler back to help out. Oh, the back pass hit Babel. Wayne Allison! It's 3-2 and it's not over yet. McAllister, watched by Henry. Yates gets back with the challenge. Oh, it's a penalty! Alan Wiley in no doubt. The Steve Yates clipped the heels of Gary McAllister. And it's Robbie Fowler to take the spot kick. It's 4-2 Liverpool, and surely now they're in the semi-final.
Stefan Freund will take this. Campbell is forward, so's Les Ferdinand. And there's Rebrov! Wonderful volley! Lampard and Di Canio over the ball. And here's Stuart Pearce, who's found the corner for 1-1. Stuart Pearce and Les Ferdinand, combined age well in excess of 70. And it's Ferdinand that wins that flick, and here's Rebrov again! Campbell waiting, Rebrov's kick, and there's Gary Doherty! 3-1 to Tottenham. Joko. Di Canio out on the left flank, that's come off Young. And here's Todorov. His first goal in English football.
Terrific stuff, and more football for you, of course, on Saturday night. Match of the day, BBC One, 10:25. And looking further ahead, I can tell you we've secured the rights for live coverage of England's crucial World Cup qualifier in Greece, Wednesday the 6th of June on BBC One. And who knows, there might even be a bit of football on Comic Relief.
Nobody could ever replace you, Ted.
Be off now then, sir.
Have I got buzzcocks all over? The most ill-conceived, hastily assembled bodge job since the Millennium Bridge.
Comic. So tell me, does Brooklyn like your music, or is he getting a bit old?
Relief.
Africa.
It's almost here. Comic Relief. Tomorrow from 7 on BBC One.
Respect.
Right, let's hear from a Liverpool legend. Kenny Dalglish, he's with Ray Stubbs.
Kenny, Liverpool in control. What did you make of the first 45 minutes?
I think it's a brilliant performance from Liverpool. They've done everything that's been expected of them. Slightly, the onus was on them to go and push forward and get a result. They've pushed forward, kept them in, penned them in, and they've got 2 goals, and they're well worth their 2 goals.
When Mr. Secretario went down, was he making a meal of that? Did the referee do correctly to tell him to get up?
It's difficult for the referee because he's not qualified to pass a medical opinion, but on the other hand, if he thinks the guy's at it, then he pays his money to take your choice. But as I say, the guy looked as if he was hurt, but the referee's got to take control of it. He laid down, it's never done anybody any good. It just wound the crowd up a little bit, and they got even more supportive behind Liverpool.
Bit of fortune in Danny Murphy's goal, but it was a great Michael Owen header.
Yeah, the first goal, a great crossfield ball for Gerrard. And I don't know whether Danny's taking it with his hand. I know I've not the benefit of hindsight, but it's in the back of the net. And in the European tie, you usually get a wee bit luck, and usually decisions go your way. So if it has gone his way, he's deserved it, because he's had a great season for Liverpool. And Michael Owen got it on the end of Gerrard cross, and great header down. And it's fitting that Michael scored also, because I think he's been the most threatening Liverpool player in the first half.
So what do you do now? A third goal to kill it off, or be very, very careful, because one gives them a little bit of hope?
I think you just go about it the same way as what they have done in the first half. That was good enough. Apart from Westerveld having to make a good save one-on-one, Liverpool have had total domination. So I think Porto are the ones with the problem, no Liverpool.
Kenny, always a great pleasure to talk to you. Mr. Lawrence and Mr. Hansen send their warmest regards, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure it's heartfelt.
I'm sure it is.
Benefit of hindsight.
Yeah, Kenny talked there about the performance of Michael Owen. We eulogised about it before we went to look at the weekend stuff. I mean, he's been fantastic throughout, hasn't he?
Right from the word go. I mean, he's had his critics, but we mentioned, I think it was in Rome, everything he's achieved at the tender age of 21. And every player's had a dip, but this boy's come back. He's come back stronger than ever. And the great thing about him tonight was he looked really sharp right from the word go. Tricked 2 men there. The final ball in isn't the best, but that was the start of things to come.
We spoke about him last week, Gary, and I said to you, I didn't think that he looked right.
Yeah.
I mean, tonight he's running past people, he's committing defenders, and he looks extremely sharp. It's his 3rd consecutive game. I think it makes all the difference to Owen.
You don't think the rotation system's helped him?
Of all the Liverpool players, I think it's more hindrance to him than help, because he needs to play. You know, when you've got that kind of pace, you want to use it every week. You want to feel as fit as you possibly can. And I think if you're in a rotation system, I don't think you can get it.
This was a near miss just before he scored, wasn't it?
Yeah, it comes up in the air here. He gets in a decent position to volley it, and he's maybe just a bit unlucky. You know, if he gets it full blast, it could have gone in the back of the net.
And this was a chance just before half-time, of course.
Good little play as well. I think it was Smitzer with the little dummy through to the left-hand side, a little curler from Owen, and that's a good save by the goalkeeper. I think that is the key. Now that he's playing regular, does he not look a different player?
I saw him play here against Middlesbrough. He came on at half-time and he made 3 chances without an out pace and he missed them all. And it's like every striker needs to score goals. He scored on Sunday against Tranmere, and it's just that little bit of continuity and getting the ball in the back of the net that's helped him, and we've seen the fruits here tonight.
To score goals, you have to actually miss goals. But, I mean, the great thing about Michael Owen, of course, is Sven-Göran Eriksson's here, and that's hugely encouraging for England as well, isn't it?
Yeah, and, you know, the fact I think England's next game is here, isn't it? It's against the Finnish. So, and I think Trevor was alluding to the fact that it looks like he's going to start. And I'm sure on that first half performance alone, he's probably the first name.
He's got a chance. I think everybody keeps forgetting he's only 21.
Yeah.
You expect so much of the boy.
And another player, even younger, Steven Gerrard. I mean, he's an awesome talent, isn't he?
Dynamite.
And he can strike it as well.
If you can keep him fit, you're right in business. And he's played a lot more games in the last 3 months than he has previously.
A bit of a
this is not his best set of all time.
That was his sighter, Alan. It was his sighter, you know what it's like.
He was trying to kid them all on.
I think he catches it.
It wasn't reaching the goals, that one. But then, 5 minutes later, will he have another try? You can bet your life he will.
No fear.
Great first touch. That's absolutely magnificent.
Thing with him, we said he can play in so many different positions, and he's playing slightly differently tonight because Smites behind the front two, and he's kind of playing, you know, the right side and tucked in a bit as well.
He is so
doesn't matter to him.
Competitive. It's untrue. It reminds me a bit of Souness, who went on the pitch with so much hunger and desire to win, the will to win, and he wants to win every time he goes on that pitch. Allied to the tremendous talent he's got, you've got one hell of a player.
Must for England?
If he's fit, you've got to play him.
Yeah. Okay. Well.
In the hole.
What about Porto, though? Because they looked a little bit dangerous on the counter-attack, and one chance in particular that fell to Cruz.
Key moments, haven't they? You know, the game's changed on key moments. It's obviously from a Liverpool corner, and the goalkeeper did well for once. I tell you what, great distribution by the goalkeeper as well.
Right. Does he know where he's heading?
I'll tell you what, but look at it, sensational.
Fantastic.
This is like, you know, one-touch football at its finest, and tell you what, much berated Vesterveld. That is a really, really good save. Doesn't matter what part of the anatomy you get it with if you're the goalkeeper. If you keep it from going in the net, it's a save.
And it was 1-0 at that stage. Just 1-0.
Yeah, well.
But he's out so quick. He's off his line like lightning. And that was
I think he meant it, the goalkeeper, that kick.
Now,
that was crucial.
Now, just a few weeks ago, we sat here in the Roma game, and it was 2-0 to Liverpool from the first second. But now in that situation again, are they going to sit back in that, or are they going to come out? Because they look such a better team when they actually attack Liverpool.
Would you want to say to Michael Owen at half-time, like, we're going to sit back a bit and not give you as much of the ball? He'll beat them on his own.
Yeah.
I think you've got to keep going.
One subtle difference. This team are not as good as Roma.
Yeah, that's true.
So if I was Liverpool, I'd just go for the throat again. You know, they've done the thing the right way.
OK, well, before we move on to the second half, let me give you the first half scores in the other quarter-finals that have been played this evening. There you have it, Celta Vigo 1, Barcelona 2. Barcelona now 4-up on aggregate. Another 2 goals there from Rivaldo. PSV Eindhoven 0, Kaiserslautern 0. That's still 1-up to the Germans. And in the all-Spanish tie, Alaves now lead 4-1 on aggregate. That's 1-all altogether. But here, of course, it's Liverpool 2, Porto 0. It's looking good for the Reds. Let's rejoin Trevor Brooking and Barry Davis.
Well, out on the pitch, they've had a fairly busy half-time interval. Not the Liverpool players, but the, last week's first team of Porto, who spent the entire 15 minutes working reasonably hard down there. We've also had somebody win a considerable amount of beer for the rest of the year, and somebody propose a marriage. So apart from that and the fact that we have a speaker which is right above our head, and Trevor Brooking and I both have headaches, it was an interesting half-time, and we were able to hear you two through all that. So a couple of changes. We're going to see Deco and Capuscu on for Porto in the second period. Would you believe that Carlos Secretario is one to depart? And the other one is Candido Costa, who leaves the scene. Deco, who came pretty close to scoring in the first leg. It was his shot. If you were watching then, you might recall, just missed the far post with Vesterveld apparently unsighted. Might have made a difference to tonight, but it didn't. And Capucho, who looked the best of the attackers.
Well, Capucho would be a straight swap on the right-hand side. I think he's a definite plus, him coming on from Porto, Candido Costa going off. And now we've got Paulinho just knocking it back there to his keeper, switched to right back instead of Secretario, and Decker has just come on into his normal midfield position instead of Paulinho.
Gerrard. And the home crowd hoping for a number of additions to the 2 goals scored in the first half. A very comfortable position, but 3 would certainly be more comfortable. If it suddenly came to 2-1, then it's a rather different story, because the scoring draw, I suppose I should tell you again, in case you don't know, would bring a victory to Porto. And on the evidence of the first 45 minutes, that's extremely unlikely. Here's Schmitzer. On the evidence of the opening of the second half, it looks even more unlikely with that sort of defending. Goalkeeper stayed at home.
Great crossfield ball there. Schmitzer trying to then knock it back into Fowler and didn't take any chances, but the 2 players who have come on are creative players, so they'll probably be better going forward, Porto, but they might not track back so well.
Hupia on the near post. Schmitzer hasn't got his crossing boots on. Hupia hooping it up. Nobody there.
I tell you, that's a great bit of skill. In fact, it was too good for everyone. I think they were all surprised, the Liverpool players, how good that was.
Danny Murphy. Went for goal again. Schmitzer couldn't get there. And Danny Murphy scored in consecutive matches. He scored against Tranmere and scored this evening.
And it was very noticeable. Deco has just come on. Look, there he is, tumbling over and let Danny Murphy go there. And he's certainly not so good defensively. Would he square it? No, he's gone for broke himself. Going to be virtually impossible to beat Espina from there, and a bit selfish, I think. But Danny Murphy's had an excellent season. Been out with injury, where before that he was almost a regular, and he's slightly back in the last 2 or 3 games as if he'd never been away.
And Gerard Houllier was mentioning him in international terms, and the England coach watching. There's Deco, Nelson. Pulshu was coming in. Carragher's had a rather across. On show. And the shot in the end from Paredes, the Paraguayan. Penny, for your thoughts?
Not look as if they're anticipating a cutback there, are they?
Paredes got up too early. Fowler's got in behind. Owen wanting the ball, not giving it, but is now looking for it in a more constructive position. Leave it to me. Says Espina. It wasn't really a back pass. Oncho lets it go to Vesterveld. Doesn't have much to do, but the one thing he did was very crucial just after Liverpool had taken the lead. Extremely quick off his line. Lenichev. appeal for handball. Rolled off the arm a little bit, but then so did Murphy when he scored. Ball was up. Crucial current Portuguese international, played in their last World Cup qualifying match. Gerrard pushed well forward on the right side. Schmitzer, dummy. Owen with so much room to turn. Look for the right ball, finds Murphy. Schmitzer. It's even better than he meant it to be.
Terrific little chip by Michael Owen.
Gerrard's cross.
Danny Murphy, I think, had visions of hitting one with his left foot. He favours his right, and he just hesitates trying to knock it back across goal.
Well, the top scorer in the Portuguese league has done nothing here to explain that, having missed the best chance last week.
I thought his right foot with his stronger foot, but I'm not sure now because it was on his left last week when he missed it.
Thiago Silva. Play on, says the referee. Likes to keep the game in motion if he can, even when players are feigning injury. Free kick now given, though. Schmitzer to the right, but he won't get that. And Harman sends his apologies. Skipper. Murphy, not on the same wavelength as Fowler. Hupia.
Murphy, of course, played on the right against Tranmere, on the left this evening. Timely return when Nicky Barbie is out injured this evening, and has scored quite a few goals in Europe this year, but not been missed so far.
Gerrard. Murphy. Owen. Free kick. Surely Paulinho is not going to make a fuss now. Caught completely Owen by the Porto captain, and he stayed down, fearing perhaps the yellow card. So good to see Michael Owen playing with such confidence.
Well, he scares defenders, doesn't he? Should have got a card for that reckless challenge. At least he wasn't holding his shoulder when he got up.
5 looking for it. None of them found it. Poor clearance. And the shot on the spin by Hupia.
You just feel if Liverpool can get the third, Porto will collapse. They're looking pretty fragile at the back. Liverpool just can't get their final shooting boots on to get the third goal.
Well, can't be too much belief there, but they're trying to do their bit. And there are a few smiling faces. Fowler. Looked for support on the right, but Gerrard, who's been playing on the right, was behind him. But he made his long legs win the ball there. Hammond. Santos winning out that time. Another test for him. Doesn't win that time. Oh, lovely stuff. No foul.
There he does, jinks inside, then good to see him come back on his left foot there, but just the covering defender just nudging him away. They both collapsed, but it trickles out, and they've got a corner.
Which Hooper is in the centre of the 6-yard area. Fowler coming, that's a good punch away by Espina. And here's Schmitzer, they're queuing up for the cross. Oh, dear, dear. Player of extreme, Schmitzer. He's either absolutely wonderful or makes passes like that. In fairness, there was nobody at the back of the box, and maybe there should have been.
Certainly Liverpool pushing forward to try and get this third goal. Gerrard getting stuck in there. I think we've just got to emphasise the whole atmosphere of the game could change. Though Porto just had to pinch a goal on the break at the moment. They're not looking too assured, I must say. They look stretched. I just feel Liverpool are going to get a third at some stage.
Gerrard decides to leave it. Osho. Sort of clearance there by Nelson, which might have had John Gregory, his former manager, thinking, I told you so. Murphy. Carragher. Great dummy, but no room. It's Fernando Santos down on the touchline. Hopia, only to Penna. Lenichev. Carragher's clearance, but no more on that. Nelson, back again. Good play by the former Aston Villa player.
That was a good one too. Well covered by Westervelde, because his Villa days he was very good as an attacking fullback, mainly at right back. It's some of his defensive qualities that were a little bit suspect.
Schmitzer. Good tackle by Lenichev. Bubble. Schmitzer. Gets it back. Fowler. Owen.
Well, it's a good ball into Robbie Fowler. I think he just got caught under his feet, so he couldn't have the shot. He's getting a shout now by Michael Owen. He's waiting. Perfectly weighted. Unfortunately, just on that left foot, Michael Owen took a chance. Just stretching, you see the standing foot a yard or two away, and he just, failed to get it on target. That's a shame, because it's good build-up play again.
Passes made 13, misplaced passes 3. Well, that was certainly one of the 13 he made then. In the comparison with Michael Owen, 16 and misplaced 4, suggesting that they both play well. Murphy. Everything now to his right in the red of Liverpool. Free kick against Kapushu. I'm surprised the referee hasn't spoken to him, because if he has shin guards there, they've got to be pretty small. And players are supposed to wear them. He's got tape, certainly, but how much protection has he got, Trevor?
I'm not sure if there's shin pad. I think there's a little bit of padding there, but certainly not normal shin pads. But the fact he's got the tape there means he's got something there to keep in place. But I'm not sure on a 50-50 with Jamie Carragher that I think they give you too much protection.
Carragher at the moment with only one boot. What is for sure is the tapes aren't there to hold his socks up. Waiting for the free kick. And right distance back. Fowler!
I think that was a grimace rather than a smile. Terrific cross just behind him, and he just sort of arches his back to try and get behind it and can't get over it. You can see he's just coming behind him and he gets underneath rather than over. Unlucky, because it was a good run to get in front of the defender there.
Strong header now from Steven Gerrard. And really stretching to collect the ball. Taking on Nelson and getting it away from him, but illegally. But he is a delight. He is so determined. I think the referee was absolutely right here. Although maybe he went across the face of him.
There's no way. I think there was a foul. It's just trying to take him out. Steven Gerrard, look, he anticipates that. Said, all right, I'll see you, bye-bye, and carries on. And, well, I think he's very unlucky, but he's so competitive. He's upset with the decision. He's given a terrific performance on the right-hand side. I mean, the problem for Sven Goran is where on earth do you play him in the team?
Yeah, what a nice problem to have. And he's got a problem in a few places, how to get players into the side and where do you play them. He must be purring at the performance this evening of Owen and Gerrard. Murphy. Ricardo Silva caught slightly in 2 minds, but then decided not to go in, did the right thing. Forward comes Hupia. Taken quickly to Owen. Hammond. Everybody wants to have a go, but it still remains at 2-0. Kenny Dalglish and Ian Rush in the back row behind the England coach. Tor Grip as ever alongside Sven Goran. Bubble making a move on the right. Said it's Fowler. Not the best of challenges. Fowler again. Not the greatest way to shot. He got caught a little bit as he hit it, I think.
Done better this half though, Robbie Fowler. He himself would, I think, get a boost to getting a goal here at Anfield this evening. His build-up play and link-up plays certainly got much better in the second half. It was a bit quiet, I thought, in the first 45 minutes.
goalkeeper was certainly well forward.
That was good play. Michael Owen knew that Espino was off his line, but the goalkeeper anticipated it, and like he didn't in the first half, he did use his feet very quickly to backpedal and make sure he didn't carry it over the line.
Murphy gets away from a pretty poor challenge by Deco. Third goal has to come for Liverpool, surely. Lenichev. Free kick.
The side's playing well, so I suppose you're loath to introduce substitutes. Now, I wouldn't mind just seeing Lippmann come on for the remainder of the game, perhaps instead of Smeaton, give him a run out.
Reithes has placed the ball. 4 forward. Ricardo Silva among them. Liverpool outside the 10-yard arc. Well away by Ancho. Bushu. This time we've really seen him in an attacking sense. Wasn't given a good return ball by Clayton. 3 waiting in the middle. And they let him go. Just that very, very slight edge, but had plenty forward then. And they all waited for each other.
He just got in there a bit early and he needed a glancing header, but hit it much too strongly. But just a little danger there.
So much on top. But one breakaway. Third goal would make everybody sit more comfortably. Except the Portuguese supporters. Murphy. Owen. Deco. Lenichev. This is Clayton. Given away by the skipper. Has 2 forward with him. Porto with 5, now 6 back. But help arriving from midfield for Liverpool.
I think they swapped Nelson over to this side as well. Michael Owen was causing too many problems, so they've taken Paulinho, who'd switched to right back, if you remember, at half-time, out of the firing line.
How neatly this was done by Owen. This is the one we looked up there, saw the goalkeeper off his line. But quick feet by Espino was back to parry the ball down.
Yeah, the look was a bit too blatant, and the goalkeeper sort of got the message and was quickly backpedaling.
Nelson. Tripped. Deco. Lenichev. Deco. It's a goal kick. But another moment in the Liverpool 18-yard area.
Bad first touch, wasn't it, by Deco? He invited the challenge there. There's Clayton, who's gone missing a bit the second half. That was a good ball, but you could see the first touch just went away from him, allowed the tackle to come, and then the ricochet gives a goal kick to Liverpool.
Fowler. Owen. Murphy. Pushu's presence seemed to be enough to put Murphy off. Lenichev. Clayton. Good strike, and do feel that Porto, suddenly finding that they hadn't been buried as they might have expected to be, have come to life again.
Good strike with the outside of the left foot. Should have gone for the far post rather than near. Westerveld catching it well.
A little flick up forward by Owen. Fowler with plenty of time to collect. Lenichev. Looking for Kapushu. It's a good ball too. Carragher for company. Well, the Oscars are soon, but I think he's left his contribution a bit late. Schmitzer. Owen pulling back on the 18-yard line, further over is Fowler, but nobody is there. Schmitzer does seem to find it difficult to find a colleague when he gets a break on the flank.
Yeah, he's not the best of evenings, I think. It's a good team performance, but he certainly has just had an evening where the passes have not found his men.
Here's Clayton. Carragher. That's a wasted ball forward, but it's well cut out by Carragher. QTR thumps it away. Fowler. Ball rather veering away. Work hard to get it back. Gerrard, Harmon. Liverpool substitution is imminent. Fowler. Owen to his left. That's a good challenge by Ricardo Silva. Deco. Clayton. Capuscio, rather.
Come.
Capuscio. Silva, Paulinho, and all via Andrade, and the Liverpool half on by Penna. Babel, Gerrard. Hanging in the air, marked by the defender. Schmitzer could have played it earlier to Owen. He's now having to go around the long way and got a touch that he certainly didn't want, the Czech Republic player. And he's one of the two to be substituted as Heskey and Jari Litmanen wait on the touchline. Owen will be hoping that he's not the other one to be substituted. So will everybody else. Schmitzer comes off. And in fact, it's going to be the skipper, Robbie Fowler, who comes off. Hands the band to Hoopier. Quick word, Heskey from Gerard Houllier. Interesting, Trevor. Heskey and Owen with Litmanen behind.
Yeah, it's not much of a boost for Porto to see that quality come on. Litmanen is coming back from injury now, and certainly I'm sure Sven-Göran Eriksson would be interested to see how he shows up, but certainly a straight swap really with him and Schmeitzer, and the same really with Fowler and Heskey.
Hoopier up into the 6-yard area. Sit quite long, and then Brade got to it. Lippmann will be among England's opponents, as will Hoopier, in the match here on Saturday week, World Cup qualifier against Finland. Heskey. This is the challenge that I thought was going to be the one required of Silva. That's a free kick. It's outside, but definitely a foul.
Well, that was typical Heskey, wasn't it? The chest control, strong, hold it up, release Babel, and then just brought his trailing leg down as he tried to cut across Clayton.
Gerrard to take. Babel among those forwards. Kapushu. Murphy. Looking for Heskey. Harman. Lippmann. To Owen. Nelson was quick. Harman. Murphy says it's mine. This is Oncho. And Clayton was booked for that challenge on Babel. Paredes. Nelson. Kapushu. Lenichev inside. Calmly done. Lippmann. Also. Oh, then given away to Kapushu. Penera just left of the penalty spot. Poor ball in by Nelson, and this time Lippmann doesn't take any chances. He hits it long and hits it well, and Heskey, using his physique, needs support. Owens now up on the left. Heskey
didn't know who was joining there. He's just concentrating on trying to give himself an opening. I must say, one-on-one. He couldn't just take it down early and get ahead of his marker, but in the end the shot was from an angle that I don't think was going to beat Espina.
Nelson. Lenichev. Still Lenichev. Kapushu. It's the Russian again. Just a bit too much to do. The Russian international has done rather better in living up to a reputation than the Yugoslav Julovic did last week. Shot is from Clayton, and here's Paredes. Good check out. Useful cross too. Murphy away. Rolled up a little bit off Harman, but not to the hand. Seen by Jorge Andrade.
Substitution for FC Porto, coming off number 20, Paulinho Santos, coming on number 23, Silvio Maric.
And off goes the captain, Paulinho Santos, and a return to an English Premiership ground for Silvio Maric, who played for Newcastle, but was released by Bobby Robson. Crowd of 40,502. They will have their views on this evening's performance by Liverpool, and you can express yours by getting onto our website. Plenty of hits there. Will there be more hits for Liverpool in terms of goals before the end of the evening?
The McDonald's after the game, please.
Clayton to take the corner. Porto's second. Liverpool have had 10. That's a good corner and a very, very good punch by Vesterveld. It's been very authoritative, little to do, but he's been right and sharp when he's been needed. And Espina's come a long way here. Not the cleanest of contacts on the ball, but it did enough.
Effective. Littman digging out Owen. I thought Harman might be the one, but certainly Vesterveld played his part at key moments this evening.
And Gerard Houllier still looking a little anxious. Owen. Good challenge by Nelson. Heskey will be joined by Hupia. In fact, Hupia's gone all the way up, and Heskey staying just to the right of the penalty spot, far side. This is Lippmanen. Not a good header across the face of goal. He was lucky where that landed. Paredes. Hupia. Bump heads with Deco. Neither made a fuss about it. Deco. Surprised he was left out of the side, I'd say. And this fellow Kapushu too. Lippmanen. It's the pin again. The referee not impressed by that. Carragher. Well done, Jamie Carragher. Had to adjust his position a bit. Owen. Nobody right side, but he's got Heskey left side, and he's well found by Owen. Lippmanen staying back. Heskey. Good play by Paredes. Heskey. Deco. Kapushu. Not a happy man, but Porto, it must have been very difficult for them, because they would feel the luck went against them in the first half. helped by one of their own players, it has to be said, Secretario. They've stuck at it without ever really suggesting to anybody that they are going to pull anything back from here. Coach hasn't had the happiest of seasons and has struggled to win back the championship. Main aim to be in the Champions League next season. They're in the semi-final of their home cup. Owen had run to where Heskey intended to put the ball.
Well, Liverpool fans celebrating a very professional performance by their side this evening. Semi-final spot beckons. Been a lot of talk about the rotation system. You've got to say the back four.
Here's Owen.
The back four hasn't changed much, has it, during that time? If you look at Babel, Oncho, Houpier and Carragher in the last few weeks, they've been very set. Stephen Wright came in at the weekend, but certainly I think the defence deserves a lot of credit because they haven't conceded that goal, which was so important, not allow Porto to get an away goal this evening.
Deco. Yes, bounce a little bit around the fingers. Doesn't look very calm about it.
Well, it's important for a goalkeeper not to anticipate a cross. That one was a bad miss hit of the near post. It wasn't kept off his post, he kept his eye on it.
Penner. Flag up. Waited a long time, the supporters of Liverpool, for the sort of season they're having now. There'll be lots of prayers from them that their team will maintain their challenge on all fronts. And although, in theory at least, they sit on the cup, the atmosphere they provided from there this evening is certainly like old times. Offside again, but yes, it is called by the referee from when Mazzeo is going to play on. Well, the next contest is at home to Derby County. Danny Murphy is the player coming off to be replaced by Christian Ziege. Couple of minutes plus stoppage time for the German to play. One of the goal scorers departs. And he's certainly making his way back to full fitness with a contribution quite considerable for the second match running.
No, done very well, Danny Murphy, but I think it's a reflection of the depth of the squad now. Liverpool, where you've seen Lippmann and Heskey and Ziege, three internationals, coming on late in the game.
Owen. Heskey. Another unnecessary challenge in minutes. Gerrard to take. Lippmann on the left side. This is Ziege. Penner, of whom we've seen very little. Nelson. Capuscio. Penner. Comfortably seen by Ziege. Lippmann. This needs the icing of the third goal. Liverpool certainly have been chasing all through. No one more so than Michael Owen, and he, like the rest, has another 2 minutes to find that elusive third. But it's been a very good performance. Little fortune to kick it off, but no one will want to be drawn against them in the semi-final.
Barcelona were 2-1 away from home, 4-2 on aggregate. That would be a great tie, wouldn't it? Over 2 legs, Barcelona-Liverpool.
Might actually make a better final, Charlie.
I think I'd like the 2 legs myself. But it's been a very comprehensive performance. Michael Owen certainly one of the star men. Steven Gerrard, back four, played well, and I think also pat on the back for Westerveld, who I thought in recent weeks is certainly, beginning to get his confidence back, and certainly his inclusion has been fully justified, I think, now.
No need to bite the nails, and nothing for Phil Thompson to add. Capuscio chasing, but Ancho has been extremely steady all evening, and Capuscio led with his elbow, and Hupia went to make the point. Excellent stuff from Liverpool. Through to the semi-final. That gesture again, which is becoming very familiar from Gérard Houllier. Second goal scored by Owen, adding to the earlier one by Danny Murphy, and a place in the semi-final of another cup. This one, the UEFA Cup in Europe, for Gérard Houlier's team. 2-0 the score.
Terrific performance from Liverpool, Alan. A comfortable second half, and through to the semis.
Very, very good professional performance. I mean, we mentioned Owen and Gerrard at half-time, but it was very much a team performance, just as in the first leg. And we were waiting for a Porto surge, but it never happened because the back four of Liverpool played so well. And I've got to mention Carragher, who has given some top-class performances at left-back. We thought that might be a problem position for Liverpool, but he's fitted in there brilliantly. And again, Liverpool were just too good for them.
You couldn't have planned for it to go much better than that. Very few hiccups. Very good save by Westerveld at 1-0, which was a turning point, but a very good all-round performance by Liverpool, and thoroughly deserved tonight as well.
Yeah, well, just in case people didn't see the goals in the first half, let's have another look at them. First one came from Danny Murphy.
Well, it's a great ball in from Gerrard, who was magnificent. Hits Danny on the knee, comes up, hits him in the arm. I think that's a foul. I think that if the referee sees that, he gives a foul. But it's a weak shot, and the defence are all over the place, but Liverpool are very grateful to get the goal.
Michael Owen's goal?
Yeah, again across from Gerrard. Owen the leap, this is. Great leap from almost a standing jump. Keepers all over the place, but that's not Michael Owen's problem.
His new name's Toshak.
Yeah, not.
OK, Michael Owen, he could have had another goal in the second half, didn't he? A nice chip there. Bit of skill right throughout the game.
He was electric for 90 minutes, he really was. And it's great vision and awareness here to see the keeper off his line, a little bit of skill there, and then he chips it with unfortunately for him, the keeper gets back in his line. And then Bob Paisley once said that there hasn't been a player yet that hasn't got a weakness, and he had a magnificent performance, but if he has a weakness, that's it on his left-hand side.
There's you two talking about him playing for England for that.
OK, well, let's not concentrate too much on his weaknesses because his strengths far outweigh them, and he's talking to Ray Stubbs.
Michael, you look pretty sharp to me tonight.
Yeah, I think the whole team played well. I think we got out of the blocks very quickly and scored 2 goals in the first half, and that allowed us in the second half to really play at a slower pace and make sure we didn't concede any.
We thought you'd kill it off in the second half. It looked like you're going to get a bag full at one stage.
Yeah, well, I think the first half, more or less we did kill it off, and then we tried to kill the game by slowing the pace of the game down and limiting them to chances, which I don't think they had hardly any throughout the 90 minutes. So it was a job well done tonight.
This Liverpool squad seems to be building in momentum all the time now.
That's right, yeah. We're in the semi-finals of the UEFA Cup now, which is a great achievement, and the semi-finals of the FA Cup, and obviously we've already won the Worthington Cup, so it's not bad so far. The priority is still getting in the Champions League, and we want a few more European nights like that next year.
It was like the old days here. How about a cup treble then?
Yeah, a lot's been said about that, especially around the Liverpool area. But yeah, I mean, we're in all the cups, and got a fighting chance in them all. So we're going to try to win them all. Put it that way.
Congratulations, Michael. You're getting back to your best. Thank you.
Thank you.
OK, with the draw for the semi-finals tomorrow, there's the possibilities. Barcelona, what a couple of games that would be. Alaves or Kaiserslautern. Who do you think? I don't suppose they'd want to play Barcelona particularly. I quite like it myself.
I'd love to see them play Barcelona over 2 legs. Certainty there'll be goals, that's for sure. And I think Liverpool, having played against Roma, they could hold their own. Liverpool don't need to fear anybody.
We've got stronger in the competition, haven't they, most definitely. And their home performance tonight, I think, was probably their best performance of the competition so far. Very strong, did everything right, scored the goals at the right time. Okay. Overall, very good.
Well, Red Nose Day tomorrow, but Red Joy here at Anfield. Good night.